Hi, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. So you guys, I've started a new project and I thought I would show you what I'm working on. I found this paper pack at Tuesday Morning. I'm pretty sure that's where I found it. I think that's what that sticker is from. A couple of years ago, and when I bought it, I didn't really realize what I was buying was a calendar paper pack. And so I've looked at it and left it alone over the last couple of years. Now, most of you guys know, unless they've changed something in the last few months, Tuesday Morning hardly carries anything craft-wise anymore. So it was $6.99 at the time, but who knows if it's something that can still be found. The name of it, I really don't know the name of it. I mean, unless it's just Time and Place Collection. So there's that. And then if there's something on the back that might help if anybody wants to find it, there's the information on the back. I pulled all of the papers out. There's 2 sets. And so I just thought I'd show you real quick. Not necessarily every page, but how it comes. So you get a 12 by 12. The calendar, thing is here. Oops. And then there's cutouts that come all the way around it. And then it comes with a coordinating page. So you get, for January, you get this and this. And then for February, you get this and this. And it goes on and on. March. So some really pretty paper. Isn't that pretty? Like I said, I'm not going to show them all to you because as I go through, you'll see them all eventually if you watch all the videos. So then I've cut them out. I haven't cut out my second set yet, but I've cut these out. So it's, let's see. Once it's cut out, it's 9 by 8. So it's 9 by 8 once you cut the calendar out. Well, I left this. So it's probably 8 by 8, honestly. I left this, and the reason I left it is because of how I'm going to be making this calendar journal. So I don't know if this is supposed to be, just a calendar and you just use it as a calendar. I'm making a calendar journal, and I'm going to do it with the rings, and there's going to be holes up here, so that's why I left that. Okay, so let me move these. Yeah, I'm just going to move these back over here. And I'll show you where I am so far. Okay, so I've gotten January pretty much put together. And then I figure once I've gotten things all in these things here, these, I don't know what they're called, key rings, I don't know. And once I get them all in here, I'll probably have to buy bigger ones. I don't know that 12 months is going to fit in these ones. But once I get it all done, then I'll go back and add things like maybe some fabrics or some laces or something. I just don't know yet how fat it's going to be and what I might want to add. And it's going to be kind of hard to share this way, and so I'm going to share it this way. And it isn't, so like the back side of the paper is white, and so I'm having to do something to cover that up as I go. So I'm just finding things. So this is the coordinating page that came with it. So I'm just finding paper that I have that I can do something to cover. So to cover the white, I just made a giant pocket. So this whole thing here is a pocket that things can be added to. And then I took some of the embellishments that are around the calendar page, I added this little butterfly, and that actually is a tuck spot. So I'm going to leave that there so I can add a tuck spot, because I didn't remember to do that. And I want to try and use every bit of this. I don't want any scrap left over. So over in this pocket, I'm going to leave these here so that they can be cut out. And if anybody's interested in this journal at some point, they can take and cut things out and add it to the calendar if they want, or wherever else in the journal. This is just some scrapbook paper that I have, and I thought it went well color-wise. And then this is just an envelope that I had that I ran through my embosser. So envelope paper is really thin, and when I ran it through, it broke it, you know, like it kind of tore it, even though it wasn't a tear. It was just kind of like it literally kind of broke it. So I took and put little banners on either side to cover up the tear that's down in here. And then I just added some notebook paper on the inside. And then used one of the cutouts from the surrounding the calendar as a little open thing. So that just goes down in there. Covered it with some graph paper because it's white on the back side. This is just some paper that I have. And then I'm reinforcing holes as necessary. So some things are doubled up, so it's pretty sturdy, and then other things are, like this is cardstock, so it's nice and sturdy. I will probably do something else to this page. I just don't know what yet. But I made a little pocket here to put all the little cutouts that were, you know, along the calendar. And then I put a glassine bag back behind it, and just trying to use up all the scrapbook paper that I have. And then on this, I took a really big envelope. I notched this out so that it wouldn't be in the way of, you know, whatever punches I put, or it would be able to open okay without hitting this. And I just put some paper. This was from Darcy. Oh gosh, Darcy, what's your channel name? I've been gone for so long that I can't even remember channel names. Darcy's Mixed Media? Oh my goodness, Darcy, I'm sorry. It used to be Misadventures. I know that. Anyway, so she gave me this quite a while back when I was doing my railroad themed journal. And I just backed it with some of that school paper and sewed around it. And then stamped on this side. That's just some paper. And then this is just some cardstock. Somebody gifted me. It's actually a two color sided cardstock. I think it's like the only piece I have like that. And I just used one of my paper punches there. And so then the next page that comes, I figured I would go ahead and move on to February. So as you go, you know, I'm trying to kind of coordinate the colors as best as I can. So then this would be what's next. And I thought we would do a little bit together, and I should be able to work this way. So like I say, the back side is white, and I want to cover it. So I have this paper. I had, I'm pretty sure what I had done was one time when I was making Easter eggs with my daughter, I used the leftover dye to do some papers. So this was very pink. And then recently I went and then coffee dyed over the top of it, and I like the color much better. So what I wanted to do here was just make a big pocket. So what you have to do is you always have to remember which direction you're doing things. I want my pocket to be like this. I want this to cover the white, and I want this to be my pocket so that it's a pocket like this. You could do it either way, but I'm gonna do it this way, meaning it could be also like that, just up to you. And, you know, actually I might do it this way. Since the other pocket that I did comes this way, I'll do this one this way, just for something different. So I'm gonna ink. So we did get snow yesterday. What is today? Today's Wednesday. We got snow yesterday. I was telling you in my previous video that it was supposed to snow at 11 according to my phone and 1 according to my husband's phone. It really didn't start snowing until about 3, which was good in that it got all the kids pretty much home from school before the traffic, or not the traffic, but the roads got really bad. I, didn't have to get out in it, but apparently it was really bad out there. I would say the flat roads and all that were probably pretty okay for the most part. But, I mean, I don't know. They could have been horrible. But the thing that we have out here where I live is there's a hill that I live kind of up a hill. And again, you keep wanting to make sure that you've got this in the right direction. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I think I'm going to use, what do I want to use? I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac on this part because I'm going to use quite a bit of glue. And I don't want to make my paper all warped. The other, when I glue the pocket down, I think I'll just use regular glue because I won't be, covering as large a surface. Anyway, so the hill coming up into town gets really bad sometimes. Sometimes the snow is very dry and it kind of blows off as you drive on it. But I guess yesterday's snow was not like that. So people couldn't get up the hill. I feel so terrible for people when that happens because, they've worked all day. They just want to go home. You guys, I read on Facebook because there's a page, or there's more than one page for the traffic conditions for the weather, and sometimes wrecks because it closes the road. Anyway, so I was looking on there last night. People had been stuck at the bottom of the hill for 4 hours. Can you believe that? I mean, just think about how miserable. And I often wonder what they do as far as, do they turn the car off and then turn it back on for a while? They've got to be so cold and miserable. Sorry about that. So, yeah. And you think, oh, well, why don't they just turn around? I'm not sure. I don't know, since I haven't gotten stuck like that. I don't know if it's a situation where there are so many cars that you can't turn around. I don't know. Or I don't know if it's that they think, oh, sure, I'll turn around and go back into Spokane and the road's going to open 2 minutes after. I don't know what is involved in the decision making as far as that goes. But I really feel terrible for those people that, have to do that occasionally. And what is their choice? There's not a whole lot of ways to get home from Spokane. Where it's kind of like one side of the road is a river and there's not a bridge unless you go way out of your way, like crazy far out of your way. I've never driven that route, so I don't even really know it. But I guess you can. And then there is one other way that I'm aware of that, takes back roads. And people do that as well. Anyway, it's open this morning. And there were wrecks, don't get me wrong, but no serious accidents. So that's good. That's good. And, it's such a small town out here that when somebody gets hurt out there on the road, inevitably you know them, or you know, somebody that you know knows them. And so it's terrible. It's terrible anyway, even if you don't know them. But I'm just saying, it's really, living in a small town like that, you definitely, it affects you more, I guess, is what I'm saying, because you generally know the people that get hurt. The only thing we've had happen on that road was hitting a deer. But bad things have happened on that road. It's a curvy river road, and people go way too fast sometimes and cross over the center line, and bad things happen. Okay. So then, again, you just have to check to make sure that when you go to do your hole punch, you're not punching the wrong side. Like, don't do it from this side. Make sure you're doing it from the right side. And look, I ended up with my pocket the way I wasn't planning on doing it. You know, it's because I was talking too much. I'm going to go ahead and do the punch. So I made myself a little template, and the way I did it was I measured 1/2 inch down, and then I took my ruler and lined it up as best as I could. It's not exactly 8 inches, so I just, you know, made it hang over a little bit on both ends. And then I marked the center and then an inch in on either side. And then I took my hole punch and did my best to, you know, line it up and punch the hole right in the center. You know, I think it's good enough. And then you just use that each time as your template. And then, you know, the holes in it will get bigger and bigger. I've done this in the past, and you know, when you're punching, it doesn't always end up right where it's supposed to. So you end up kind of messing your holes up, but it still works. So then that goes on there. And since this is doubled up paper, I'm not real concerned about putting a reinforcer on it. And then you just put it on. One of the things about these, let's see, I'm going to take this out. One of the things about these is this. I don't know for sure how this is going to work for me as far as those things being in the way, because they do kind of get in the way. I don't think I've made one of these before. Did I say that already? Where I make, you know, with these. But it's like this, the little thing here has got to stay on the correct side of the holes. Otherwise, it'll get stuck in the holes. I think that once I'm done, if I tie something around that area for decoration, that it should work out for us. But we'll see. So now I have the page that comes with it. And I'm just going to do like I did on the last one for the month of January. I'm just going to glue, excuse me, I'm just going to glue this pocket down. It's nice, though, that the snow came before people were going to be driving for Thanksgiving. We're not supposed to have any snow, you know, today or tomorrow. And I guess it's supposed to rain on Friday. So I found this envelope in my stash I thought was really pretty. Victoria Rose and Holly Pond Hill by Susan Wheeler. I am sure that I found this in a pack of, you know, stuff at an estate sale or a thrift store. You know, I didn't buy it any particular place. And then the little cutouts, again, I'm just going to put those in there. And then some scraps, I made up a little journaling card to go in. So then that will be this page and it will flip up like this. And of course it's white on the back side. So I'm gonna add this to it. I think I'll ink around it just because, I mean, it doesn't really need it, but I'm gonna add a little bit. And I am using Ground Espresso Distress ink. I feel like I had just opened a thing of Distress Oxide before my mom got hurt. And then while I was gone all this time, I came back and I started trying to use it and it was all dried out. So, I don't know. I don't think there are re-inkers for Distress Oxides, are there? I don't know. Maybe there is. All right, so then I am just gonna glue this down. And I think I will use my Fabri-Tac. Sometimes when I'm making a video and chatting and doing like just, hey, what's going on, chat, and then also what I'm doing, chat, I feel like I'm rambling and not making any sense at all. So if that's the case, I apologize. Sometimes I'll go and watch it back and I'll be like, oh, I didn't sound as frantic as I felt. So I guess that's good. So now that I've kind of gotten a system down as to what I'll be doing, then I'm gonna have to go through and catch up. I'm gonna, you know, make 2 at a time so I can just have this completely, the paper pack completely finished. All right, I think that's good. And this is doubled up again. So, and you see, this end, I could have punched the wrong end. That would have, wait, no, I want this end. Yep, keep checking, guys, keep checking so that it goes up like this. And again, I will probably embellish this in some way, but for now, I'm just trying to get the thing put together. So I'm going to line up my template. And so I'm digging through my supplies of things that I've found. I've got, you know, odds and ends and bits and pieces and drawers. And so I'm just trying to use things up. So we'll put this one on. I'm going to go ahead and put it on like this. And then the next piece of paper I have is this. It's really cute. So I don't think I ever showed you guys. I will need to reinforce this one. I don't think I ever showed you guys a paper pack that I bought this summer when we went to Leavenworth for a few days. There's a bookstore there and they had some scrapbook paper and I bought it thinking it was so far outside of my comfort zone that it would be fun to make a journal with it. And of course I haven't done it yet. I just went ahead and inked up an entire page of these reinforcers. And they go quick when you're doing 3 holes and you're using them on both sides. Anyway, I'll show you the paper pack. I don't think I've shown it to you guys before. And then after I found this paper pack, I found a really cute little stuffed, I don't know, toy thingy at a grocery store. And I thought, ooh, that would be really cute to add to the cover of a journal using that paper. Okay, so that opens like that. And we're just gonna go ahead and put that on. The paper pack is right here. It's called Everything is Made Out of Magic Stationery. Flow Stationery. So that is the information there, if you're interested. So the cutest paper, you guys. And totally not anything I would normally buy. Aren't those fun? So this, it comes with templates. Like this is a big envelope template. So I'm not sure how I would use that in a journal. So this is, you know, different colors. So it's already made so I could take it and fold it in half. See how that is? Isn't that neat? And then it has really cute, you know, images. Totally not my normal. So I thought it would be a fun little challenge. Gems. I'm not going to go through them all really slowly, but I don't know. I think they're fun. So I'm using some of them since they're double-sided. I'm just using some of them in these. There's little, I don't know if those are stickers or not. Yep, they are. Little stickers in the back. And then label stickers. So that's fun. And then I found this. I thought, oh my gosh, isn't that adorable? I found this in a grocery store, and I thought, how cute would that be to put on the front of a journal out of this paper? Isn't that adorable? This is the information on that if you're interested in trying to find them. How cute. Anyway, would that be what you call a squirrel? I don't know. I think so. Okay, so for the next page, I took a piece of, this is paper that is from an old paper pack that I found, I don't know, at a yard sale, I think. It's this one, and it's all brown craft. It's printed on craft. And a lot of it was already used, but I really liked it, so I went ahead and grabbed it. So that's what that is from. And I'm going to go ahead and do the punches on it. And then on the back side, we're going to add a pocket. You know those, that die that is like a slotted die, Tim Holtz one? I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about, but you'll know more when I show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so that is going to go like this. So I'm going to want this down here. Okay, so I have these things, and I want to be able to slot them down. You know that die that you slot things down in, like this, like this, like this, like this, and they're all slotted in? I want to make one of those, and I thought this paper would do it pretty well because of the lines. I think the lines will help me a lot. So let's see. I'm going to just kind of guess. And I have that die, but it wouldn't be big enough for these, I don't think. So I'm just gonna do it myself. Just gonna do it myself. And then I don't know how tall I'm gonna want it. I don't know if I want it as tall as it is there. I have no idea. Okay, so let's say, so these are the cutouts, you know, from the paper pack. And let's say we were gonna do these two in the lower one. Now, I have seen somebody do this. I do not remember who. So I am so sorry if you are somebody who watches my channel and you've done this on yours and I'm not giving you the credit. That is not my intention at all. I completely do not remember what channel I've seen this on before, so I don't know. But I have seen it done before, not my original idea. Okay, so what I'm going to do is leave some space here so that I can put like a label or something like that. And I think that I'll start at this line and maybe do it, let's say, maybe, I don't want to do 1/2 inch. Maybe I'll go like a centimeter in. And I hope this works because I've not tried it before. Okay. And then I'm going to take and do a, I don't know if I want to do a big punch. I'm going to do a big punch just because that's just what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do my best to line it up so that you can still see the dot, and it's maybe a little bit less than 1 centimeter now. It's not going to be perfect, but you know. I want it kind of on the line. Now when I do the next one, it's probably going to be even more off, but you know, that's all right. So how far up do I want to do the next one? About 1.5 inches. So it would be on this line. And we want to do about 1 centimeter. That's not 1 centimeter. That one is. And that one is, hey, that was a pretty good guess. So I'm going to go ahead and do another one. I want to be able to line it up with the line. So now these aren't going to be perfect, you know, because I'm not a machine. But close enough. And then I'm going to do one more. And I'll do about 1.5 inches up, which takes us to this line. And then make sure it's right about 1 centimeter. It's close enough. Just a little bit. And then one more. Not perfect. Okay, and get rid of those little line or marks that I made. And I feel like whoever I saw did this did a little punch and then just did a slit, but I don't even remember that for sure. I don't know. And then I'm gonna take my paper cutter that has this kind of a cutter on it and do my best to line them up. I just wanted to make sure you guys are in camera. Okay. I'm going to move this out of the way for a second. So my wire is on the thing, right? So then I just need to make sure that's within the spot. Make sure it's held really tight. Okay. I hope this works. And then put the wire on the other side of it. So you stop cutting when you feel the, I have to make sure I'm in it. I can't tell, hold on. Sorry about my head. Okay, hopefully I'm good. So when you feel it get loose over here, right there is when you stop. So then you have a little slot. I hope that this is going to be good. I hope. My husband and daughter and I are going to go watch A Christmas Carol play sometime, I think this weekend. We bought tickets a while ago. I think it's this weekend, maybe Friday night. I've never seen it in play version, so I think it's just a local theater company putting it on, so that'll be kind of fun. You know, I'm going to turn this around. It's kind of hard to hold on to that way. And this is probably where I should be speeding up my video if I knew how to do that, right? I keep on saying that someday I'm going to have my daughter show me how to do this stuff, but I never do I? Come on. You guys can speed it up. One more. This one doesn't look like it's very well lined up, so I'm just going to tilt it a little bit to get it where it needs to be. Okay. Painless, right? Get that out of the way. And I am going to, I'm going to trim this down. You don't have to. I'm just going to because I feel like it's going to be too tall for the page that I'm putting it on if I don't trim it down a little bit. And then I'm going to punch the corners. Sorry about the noise. So let's see if this was a good idea or bad idea. I mean, not my idea. I'm just saying the way that I've done it. Let's see if it works out or not. I'm just going to ink around it. And then I'll probably add a little label to the bottom, but I'll do that not on camera. And I'm going to try and get into these little things to ink them as well, just from the back side. Okay, so again, we want to make sure we have it the right way. So this is going to be like this and flip up like this. So I want this right about here. Okay, so maybe 1/2 inch above my holes. I'm going to glue it down like this. I don't think I'm going to glue this. I don't know if I want to or not. For stability's sake, I might, because it's kind of thin. I'm just gonna go all the way around, because again, it's gonna be tall, and would somebody be poking something back behind there when it just, I don't know, might not fit the page very well? We're gonna just do this. I'm just gonna make the decision. Okay, so then I can take my things and poke them in. I'm not going to poke them down too far because I don't want the glue to get stuck on it. I think I'll do this and this And then this one's a big one, so I'm gonna do this one. Maybe like, I like February showing. And then maybe this. And this. There. So that works. That worked out. I think that's good. Then I can add, you know, things. And then, like I said, I'll probably take maybe that color. Look at all these things that I keep. Isn't that silly? I'm never going to run out of scraps. I always think, just use them up. Yeah, right. So I'll take one of these and probably just make a label down here at the bottom to add to it. Maybe put a little flower or butterfly or something. I don't know. But I'll do that on my own. So that's cute. And we'll go ahead and put that on. So it was like this. And then I have, how much time are we at? This is a long video, you guys. I haven't made a long video in a long time. Okay, so then I just, you know, it's enough and March is coming. So then I'm having to transition color-wise. So I have this paper that is a double-sided. It is from, I found it at a thrift store. And it was a Anna Griffin, A Year of Scrapbooking and Card Making is where I got that. And it came in a plastic container, I mean a plastic bag. So if you're interested, that's what it is. So this one is simple. I am just going to use my thing on it and good enough. Punch, punch, punch. And then I need to do some more. Sorry, I just dropped my lotion off the back side of my desk. I need to ink up some more of these. All right. That's good enough. We'll just do that many. So I'm going to use the last two here. And this paper is, you know, relatively thin, so I'm definitely going to do both sides of it with these. Can't really see. We're getting there, guys. Almost done. I'm going to I'm going to boil my sweet potatoes for my sweet potato casserole this afternoon. And I'm trying to decide if I want my stuffing to be a cornbread stuffing. If so, I need to make my my cornbread, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm still deciding. Okay, so then finally, the last one I'm going to put on is this. This is a scrapbook, a 6x6 page. And I'm going to add some paper punch paper at the bottom for fun. So let's ink this real quick. And then I just cut this out of some scraps and then used one of my paper punches on it. Don't use my paper punches often enough, so I'm going to really try to use some of my paper punches in this thing. Sometimes this color transition is not easy. I looked through papers forever yesterday trying to find what I thought would work. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. This is not perforated, I don't think. No, it's not. So I'm just gonna take and cover up that little hole there. I'm just gonna put, I guess I'll do glue on this. Oops, my lid's not on there. And maybe I'll just go right up to this line of circles. And then turn it over and do the same. Oh no, you guys, does it line up? It's wrong. You know why it's wrong? Because I needed to flip it when I punched it. I'm gonna have to punch another one of these out. It lines up this way and I don't like that. Well, do I? Do I like that? Let's see. So like that, and then, you know, it's fine because it's got this down here. Hey, happy accident, right? It works just fine, doesn't it? It gives it a little interest. Okay, I just have to ink it. And then you guys, this is going to be the last page for now. And then I think I'll go back and catch up and do January and February for the next set. I also need to make a pecan pie bars. Okay, I like that. There's a little bit hanging off. Just a little bit hanging off. Okay, good enough. So I'm going to punch these two, and they're going to be hanging off of this side. It doesn't fit that way anyway, so, but my intention was for it to be hanging off of just one side. And the holes aren't going to be perfect, and that's okay. I'm not concerned about that. I mean, perfectly lined up within the paper. That's fine with me. Okay, this is cardstock, so I'm not real concerned about, you know, it falling apart. And then we have this, and I have no idea what I'm doing here yet. So for now, I'm going to close this up so my pages don't fall out. And so that is what we have so far. I'm going to turn this around and we'll flip through them real quick. So there's this, this, and everything's, I think, going to stay in just fine. I don't know, that'd be something fun and different, not the normal. So there we go. There's that so far. That's 2 months, and that's how fat it's going to be. I don't know. Maybe it'll fit in this, but we'll see. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.